I used to unconsciously destroy and self-sabotage my own manifestation progress away with this number one blockage for the law of attraction to actually not work in your favor. And man, it caused me so much frustration because I knew about goal setting, I knew about setting the intention, sending out the desires to the universe, but when I'd send those out, I literally wouldn't have it come. I wouldn't have the result come. I wouldn't get to my goal. I'd go like halfway. And since I was unconscious about it, I had no awareness of why this was happening until I found out the number one most destructive thing in manifestation and what to do about it. Until then, I was self-sabotaging, frustrated, irritated with the progress. And then I found this number one secret for changing that blockage out, and I started to gain massive progress very, very quickly. Here now in this video, I would like to help you do the same. And most likely, even if you're somebody who's listening to manifestation for a long time or a little bit of time, if you're a beginner, if you're listening to personal development for a long time or just a beginner, you most likely have this number one destructive theme going on in your consciousness that you might be aware of, or most likely you're not even aware of. And then we're going to do something about it together. Just before we jump into the content for today, throw a like on the video. What it does is going to send out to more people, and together we can raise the consciousness of this planet, of this world, and make it that much of a better place. Click subscribe and also click the bell icon as well so you get notified when we send out more manifestation how-to technical videos, methods, techniques for law of attraction, what to do, how to use it, as well as great other information. You'll get notified when we send out those videos. So let's get into it here. The number one destructive thing here that I was doing myself over and over was in my consciousness, I obsessively was thinking and expecting things not to work in my favor. I kept constantly asking myself, how's it going to happen? How is it going to happen? So basically, I would send out or write down what I wanted. I wanted to manifest an extra $5,000. I wanted to manifest a certain thing in my life, right? I'd write it down. I'd follow the directions of setting the intention and actually visualizing it. But after I did my visualization, after I did my affirmations and everything, all day unconsciously, I was asking, how the heck is this going to happen? There's no way this is going to happen. How is the money going to come? How's the clients going to come? So basically my mind obsessed over a very resistant thought, and that is, how's it going to come? Now, many people are in the same boat, and if you haven't manifested everything you've wanted so far, you most likely have this thought going on at some sort of level in your consciousness. You don't believe and you don't expect it to actually happen all the way. Now, how do we know this? How do we know if we have this? Here's one of the greatest, simplest, and easiest ways to know what's going on in your consciousness that I recommend you do on a daily basis. What you're going to do is think about your goal, think about your manifested desire, whatever it is that you want. You're going to say that out loud. For example, I just now manifested an extra $10,000 this week. After you say that out loud, you're going to close your eyes and you're going to listen to the thoughts that follow. Don't try to think. Don't try to think positively. Don't try to visualize. Don't try to control your thoughts, but rather listen to the thoughts that follow. Okay, this technique is so freaking incredible. You're going to love doing this. It's going to really help you see and pull back the screen of what's going on in your consciousness. So you say the intention out loud. You close your eyes and listen to the thoughts that follow. The first thought that follows is the number one most destructive blockage that you're having in your life right now that's keeping you away from your manifested progress, from your goals, from your achievements, from the success, from the love, the abundance, whatever it is that you want in your life. That's going to be the number one thing holding you back. Now for me, when I would say I just now received $10,000 unexpectedly, I closed my eyes and listened to thoughts that follow, and I discovered it was constantly saying, how the heck are you going to get $10,000? There's no way you're going to get $10,000. Where's it going to come from? Who's going to pay you that amount of money, right? So my mind would be in that stage. It was the greatest awakening of awareness I had ever had. So I discovered the technique and listened, I said, oh my God, that's what's going on. So when I was visualizing, sure, the scale was tipped to me actually being in harmony with my manifested desire, with the things I wanted first thing in the morning, because that's usually when I would visualize and I would actually think about what I wanted. So the scale was tipped. I am thinking about my desire. But that would only take me like 10 minutes. And then the rest of the day, I'd go on with my day. I'd work on the business, or I'd work on this, or work on that, have a personal life, whatever it is. And then the rest of the day, unaware, unconsciously, all day, my mental chatter would be, how's it going to come? This stuff isn't going to work for me. I maybe can have $1,000 come in, but $10,000 is way too much money. I have no idea how it's going to happen. So the scale was tipped into expecting it not to work, expecting money to be hard, expecting manifestations not to come my way. So literally, my mental mind chatter was destructing and self-sabotaging all of my progress away. And I wasn't even aware of it. That's the hardest part of this, is when you're asleep, consciousness-wise, and you don't know what's going on to create your reality. That's the most frustrating thing on the planet. So I encourage you to do it while you're watching this video. Go ahead and say your intention out loud. Pause the video here. Say your intention out loud and listen into the thoughts that follow. Write down the first thought that follows and then comment below on the video. What is the first thought that follows? Now, you might be in a vulnerable position. You might have thoughts that are not good at all. But realize that actually when you put it on paper, when you type it into the comments box below, what you're going to do is actually get it out of your mind and put it outside of you so you can see it for what it is, not a part of you, but something that's separate from you in your consciousness. It's really step one to removing this. So go ahead and do the exercise. I really encourage you to do it right now on the video, because it's going to hold you accountable and you're actually going to see the results rather than knowing more about another principle, which you don't really need to learn more at this point. You need to apply more. That's really where the results are going to come in. So I encourage you to do that now. Throw in the comment box below. What is that limiting thought that follows? Now, once you have that in mind, you are aware of the limiting thought you're self-imposing on yourself. Nobody else is doing it. It's not your circumstances or situations around you. It's a self-imposed limitation. So what do we do with the self-imposed limitation? Now we know that's in our consciousness, plaguing our progress from moving forward. What we want to do is write down essentially the opposite. So for me, I wrote down, I expect good things to happen in my life. I expect to win and win big. I expect manifestation to always work out for me, and it always does. So something opposite. Instead of saying, how's it going to come, where's it going to come, you could also say something like, the universe has infinite powers and helps guide me to the possibility and making it a reality. Things are always working out in my favor. This manifestation stuff comes easy and effortless to me. All my manifestations are a pure certainty, right? So basically any thoughts that are opposite to that limited thing that's going on in the consciousness, you want to write that down. So in the comment box below, you have your limiting thought, then write down your empowering thought. What is essentially the opposite or similar to, the opposite thought for you to start believing in and to start thinking. Right, so we have that. Then step number 3, so we have our limiting thought identified that's plaguing, destroying our progress from moving forward. We have second, the opposing thought. We have the thought that's empowering to you, opposing the thing that we don't want in our mind. Step number 3 is we need to dissolve. We need to get rid of that limiting idea and actually put in the empowering idea into our consciousness. A couple of ways to do this is, number 1, repeating on a daily basis 100 times a day. Sounds like a lot. It only takes a few minutes, okay? 100 times a day, you take one particular phrase and you keep putting that into your mind on repeat. So it's constantly in your mind. I expect good things to happen. I expect good things to happen. I expect good things to happen, right? So you're getting your mind off of how is it going to come, and you put your mind onto something else. be easy. Be easy on yourself. Do a couple of it in the morning, do a couple in the afternoon, put it on a note card so it's in your pocket, take it out, read it, see it, right? Just get your mind off the how and the limiting thought that comes to mind, whatever your limiting thought was, and put the new thought in mind. Another thing you can do here in step number 3 is visualize it. So you can actually sit down, close your eyes, and match your mental mind chatter with the result you want. We call these end scenes. So basically, you're going to have a mental conversation with yourself about this new belief, about the new empowering belief. So you chat with yourself. Manifestation always works for me. Things are always working in my favor. I expect everything to work out well. I expect everything to work out perfectly. Right, so you basically are visualizing an image. You visualize yourself doing something really great. Things do work out. You see yourself receiving the intention or desire that you want, and then you match your mental chatter with that thing. We call those inner conversations. We match our inner conversations with what we want. And then as we go through this process, again, just as a review, number 1, you've identified limiting thought. Number 2, you've taken this new empowered thought and put it into number 3, actually installing it into your mind. Step number 4, and the final in the 4 keys here, is actually going out and trying to help people. Okay, you're going to increase people, you're going to change your energy, you're going to move things forward. You're going to increase somebody by telling them something good, a compliment, something like a thank you note, a thank you text, a gratitude written note, something to serve your clients if you're in business, something to serve your employer if you're in a job, whatever it is. Because really what you're going to do is you're going to get your mind off your own troubles and tribulations and situations in your life, and you're literally going to act as if you're the universe. You're just going to go out and increase people, which is going to increase you. And that's just the stunning thing about it, is sometimes when we're destroying our own progress, we're self-sabotaging, it's because we're focused on us. We're focused on our own troubles. We're focused on our own problems. You want to have your problems melt away. Help others solve their problems, and things will start to clear. So instead of focusing on how's it going to come, where's the $10,000 going to come in my example, in my personal example here in the video, I started to go out and just say, how can I help people? How can I help serve? How can I help increase somebody today? And it was just miraculous. I got my mind off the how. I started to implement, I expect everything to work out in my favor. I expect good things to happen in my life. Started to install that in my mind, and then I started to focus on helping other people. Within 7 days, within 1 week of me doing this, I literally had the fastest progress I've ever had in my personal and business career during that first week, because I was changing my energy, and I was changing my feel, I was changing my overall expectation. And when you change what you expect, whatever you expect is an energy you're giving out, and it's going to come back to you in a different realm. Okay, so make sure that you definitely identify, do I have this self-sabotaging, destructive belief going on? Do I have this thought that's on repetition in my mind that's literally catapulting from actually having something work out well to actually expecting it not to work out? And if so, what can I do about this to empower myself with a better thought and really understand? I mean, this you want to share with everybody you know. If anybody you know is in personal development or manifestation, share it with everybody you know, because really this is, I mean, most people have no awareness of what's going on in their consciousness, but you do right now in this video. That's how important this is. That's how, you really want to listen to this video every single day, over and over and over. Realize you can understand what's going on in your consciousness. You can understand why you have the progress you do in a positive way or negative way, and then what to do about it. So you share it. You allow people to also understand this as you're actually moving things forward for yourself. So try these 4 steps here. Let me know, how this goes for you. You're going to be blown away by just understanding and becoming aware of what's in your consciousness first and foremost. And if you haven't already, again, throw a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon for notifications so you can be a part of our growing manifestation community here, helping yourself gain more results. We are results oriented here, trying to help each and every person, trying to help you really take these manifestations to the next level. It's not about knowing this material. It's about you dominating your results, getting what you want, the time, money, and mental freedom, all the good that you want in your life. All that stuff is about applying and changing your consciousness. All right, Scott Haug signing off here, and I look forward to hearing about your results, following the 4 steps, Try them out. Do it for 7 days. It's going to really change everything going on in your mind. Instead of destructing your progress, you're going to start to move your progress forward. Watch the video every day. Get it consumed in your consciousness. Become the idea. Don't just know it. Become the idea, and that will change your life like night and day.